Hey guys, welcome to the video. Today I just have another mail opening, and today it's one in two parts. It's all stock from my online store, but first of all we have some new stock, and second of all we have some used stock. So we're going to crack straight into the new stock first, but if you're one of my usual wrestling figure mail opening fans, then stick around to the end. You could skip to it in the captions if you want. But we got some pretty cool stuff today. So we'll start off with what I think is the least interesting thing. First of all, we got this Hot Wheels Super Police Station set. Now, the reason I ordered this in was because I was kind of thinking about getting my nephew some kind of police station set for Christmas, because he always he's playing with his cars and he's like, oh, we need to go to the police station. And there's no, he doesn't have a police station, basically. And sometimes we make one out of Duplo or something like that, but, But I didn't really find one that I liked, and in the end I just bought other things. And then I just happened to see this on one of my wholesalers the other day, and it is perfect. His birthday is not till August, but I thought I'd better just order it while I can, because I'd only regret it if I didn't. So they come in a box of two, so I have one to sell and one to give to the little fella. So we got the Hot Wheels Super Police Station. As you can see here, I mean, this is the kind of thing that I was after, like literally just a police station, a little garage, little police station. Oh, he actually has that car. But with the added bonus that it has this super loop on it as well, because he already has one of these, like a Cars one, and he loves it. And I'm not going to lie, that's probably my favourite thing of his for us to play with when he wants me to play cars with him, because you just fire it off across the room and see how far they go, and it's weirdly enthralling. I've been tempted to do TikTok content and stuff with it before, so that's why I've basically got him this. I wanted to get the police station anyway. The loop is something I know he'll enjoy, so it's very much perfect for it, and this is a really cool product. And it just occurs to me just now that I'm not sure how much I was gonna charge for this. In fact, I can't remember what I was going to charge for any of these items. I might have to pause the recording and go and look that up. But anyway, for the sake of how much these actually were, I thought it was a brilliant price. And for how much I'm going to sell the second one on with, I'll get onto in a second. But yeah, I think this is a really cool set. So that's the first thing that we got in. And then we have some really, really cool stuff. But first, I'm going to go and look up the prices of these things. So for the Super Police Station, I'll probably be charging around £27, judging by eBay listings and other sites and stuff like that. Should be alright, should be a nice little earner on that one. So the other thing we got is two really cool things that I'm so happy to see. These are Bethesda video game Mega Bloks sets. This first one being Alduin the World Eater. Such a cool thing. I just happened across these on the wholesaler, and I thought, wow, that would be such a cool thing to sell. So this came out a few months ago, but they sold out more or less straight away. And I put this on like a reminder. I got the reminder email, ordered this and the other one, and now they've sold out again. Alduin the World Eater, I'm probably going to be charging, I think it was about £57, so somewhere around £55 to £57 for this one. Based on other websites, because the eBay listings, they just seem to have scalped prices. I don't have any interest in this one myself. I won't be keeping a copy of this, just purely because, I'm not really that bothered about it. A different Skyrim set I maybe would have gotten. And, if I had more places to put things like this, maybe I would. But I'm not particularly interested in this one, though I did think it would be a really cool thing to sell. And it's so cool to just see Mega Bloks doing stuff like this again, because, I don't know, maybe I've been under a rock, but it feels like, when I was a kid, Mega Bloks did all kinds of stuff, all kinds of IPs, even their own stuff. The Mega Bloks Pirates is something I mention on the channel every now and then. That's something I really love from my childhood. They're really, really cool. And I feel like Mega Bloks just stopped doing stuff like that. So it's so cool to see them doing things like this again. So as you can see, Skyrim, Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim, collector building sets, the Alduin the World Eater. We got that Dovahkiin at the bottom here. Yeah, you can see him on the side as well. Nice little picture. It's not it's just a display piece is my only concern. The reason why I wouldn't want it. The minifigure looks really, really cool. The dragon does look spectacular, but it would literally just be a shelf piece, and I'm not really that bothered about it for that particular use. But like I say, it's so cool that this exists. It's so cool to see Mega Bloks doing anything, but these Bethesda video games, even better. I love Skyrim. And one thing I also love is Fallout. So that's why I had to order in as well the Fallout Mega Bloks set. However, I didn't realise, I guess I didn't really register when I was ordering in how much these are supposed to sell for. I guess I knew I wanted one. I knew I was ordering them anyway, and I didn't even really like check over what I was paying for it. Like I guess I just looked straight past that. I guess that's how excited I was about this set. So this is 2 copies of the Fallout Red Rocket gas station, or truck stop rather, Mega Bloks set. How cool is this? Look at this. We got the Red Rocket truck stop. You get the power armor station in there. You've got a little bobblehead. Dog meat, a little Nuka-Cola. The lone survivor on the end there, whose name I can't remember. For some reason, I know the name of the woman, but I've never known the name of the man. I know the woman's called Nora, but yeah. You see, we got the T60 power armor in there as well. Nuka-Cola machine. Is that a Nuka Quantum there? Very, very cool. I love Fallout. I love the aesthetics of Fallout in particular. So, you know, if I was going to just display one of these 2 things, I would 100% pick this one over Alduin, just because, you know, it's just more interesting for me to look at, I think, personally. You can see on the back there, we got some more. We got the workbench there. We got a laser rifle. That's cool. We got some the Wasteland Survival Guide. That's what it's called. Is that I think that's a comic, maybe a Tesla magazine or something. We got the Nuka-Colas there, the Nuka-Cola machine. We've got what is this? I'm actually not entirely sure what that is. We got the power armor. We got the power armor station. We got the lone survivor. So that basically you've got 2 minifigures and dog meat, and well, legendarily over the years on the channel, that's been the ideal setup in my eyes for possible animated series. Maybe this will be a Fallout sitcom, who knows. I've never actually followed through with any of those ideas in the past, but who knows, I could use this set for this. And if not, you know, I was definitely 100% picking this up anyway. Just absolutely beautiful. So this I will be selling for somewhere around £83. As I say, they are way more expensive than I might have expected. I might have expected it to be 50 or 60. But if you're watching this video and you'd be interested in either of these things, then feel free to message me on the Disaster Figs Facebook page or the DSW Network Instagram page, both in the description box, and just let me know you're interested and we'll work something out. We'll work out a better price. I'm always more than happy to do that. And that also goes to any other mail openings you would be watching in the future. So now we come to the forgotten part of the channel, the wrestling figure side of the channel. We've been so busy with Yu-Gi-Oh stuff recently that it's just been getting forgotten about. It is a shame, but you know, it's just the way things are. Like if card games want to take over at a given time, then they will, because unfortunately it's just better business, views, everything on that side of the channel is better, is more productive for the channel than the figure side. And unfortunately, you know, if the card stuff wants to take center stage, then it does, because a lot of it is time constrained as well. I need to get it opened, I need to get it listed, I need to get it sold before the prices come down and stuff like that. But we should have caught up with that now, and we have for once gotten a wrestling figure bundle, which is another reason why we've been neglecting the wrestling figure side, because the wrestling figure side hasn't been good business. You know, initially when I was planning on getting those Mega Bloks sets, I did have wrestling figures in my basket, and in the end, you know, either between once I've actually put the order in, they've either been sold, or I've changed my mind, or I just thought they weren't really worth bothering with, because there was more money in these Mega Bloks sets, etc. Anyway, but we did get a bundle here. We've not been successful winning used bundles this year at all, but this one is really cool. So I think this one was like £16, somewhere below £20 really. And it's a bundle of TNA Toybiz wrestling figures, which is really cool. It's nice to see these every now and then. Maybe a little bit of a suspicious smell, but we'll get into it. So first of all, we have very standard TNA Toybiz figure. We got Christian Cage. Also very standard that the joints are are a bit rubbish. Nah, they smell okay. Yeah, a lot of these figures, I didn't really notice the description of the figures before I bid, as I quite often don't. A bit short-sightedly just charging. Yeah, okay, I'm giving you good business lessons today, not reading the eBay description before I bid on them and not checking how much we're selling Red Rocket truck stops for before we order them in. Very by the numbers TNA figure. So some of them do have dodgy joints. I'm hoping that they're not that bad. And the main attraction sounds like it's going to be good. So that's cool. So we got Christian Cage there. We also have a Rhino in there with him. That's missing one of the knee pads. I don't know what it is about this figure, but because they decided to mold the knee pads onto him rather than having them like removable, if he loses a knee pad, you kind of see what a human leg would look like without a knee, and it's weirdly frightening. I mean, it's a bit better like that, I guess, but weirdly jarring when you see them on eBay and like it's just a Rhino with no knees. But still a pretty cool figure. Nice head scan. It's actually not that bad. Like, I thought this figure legendarily thought it was like so bulky and like round that it was, you know, it was never going to stand up or anything like that. Probably stand up a bit better with that other knee pad on. But yeah, this is actually a pretty cool figure. I'm not really sure how much that one will sell for, but it's definitely not the worst of the TNA line. It'll definitely... I mean, we've also got the question mark of what will it sell for with the knee pad missing. Next up, we've got a Bobby Roode. I had two of these for ages listed for a tenner and they wouldn't sell. But they did eventually. And, you know, it's like... You know, someone will get it eventually. Again, we've got a bit of a loose arm going on there. I mean, some of these cheaper ones I might literally just bundle up. I might just bundle up the Roode and the Christian Cage. Still a very cool figure. Very, very cool Bobby Roode. We've got a Samoa Joe here. Also very by the numbers for the TNA line. This is my childhood Samoa Joe. He has a very loose arm. This was a terrible figure. Even this one right now, it does exactly the same thing that my one from childhood did, where you can't actually straighten that knee. Oh, maybe you can with a good forceful push. But even so, it's so bulky and unbalanced. And, you know, it's got them Toybiz legs, so is it even going to stand up? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. They were never great, the Toybiz Samoa Joes. Next up, we have another very by the numbers TNA Toybiz figure in a Scott Steiner. This is my childhood Scott Steiner. I love this thing. But mine, the leg just went one day, so this leg would just always just fly out. That one actually seems to be okay. It seems to at least stand up. This was described as having like loose legs, which it kind of does, and a loose torso, which I guess it kind of does, but it doesn't exactly move very far. I think that one will be alright. We have got a Team 3D table, but it's missing a leg. Oh no, it's not missing a leg. It said it was, I'm sure it said it was missing a leg. The leg is warped. But this was a pretty cool table back in the day. You know, this was my first table. This was my childhood table as well. Because getting Devon TNA figure was much easier than getting like a lot of other stuff. The table doesn't hold together very well anymore. And that leg is definitely warped. But you got to imagine we still get a few pounds back for that one. A J Lethal, which is really cool. This is one I've never had before. And I would kind of like one in good condition for what would have been Instagram pic fed stuff. But now it would just be... Now, I guess just YouTube, quick upload stuff. The torso is a bit loose there. But yeah, it's a really cool figure. I've definitely seen these J Lethals in worse condition. I've definitely had one in worse condition in the store as well. Yeah, really, really cool. Next up, we have a Sonjay Dutt. And this one does exactly what my childhood one does too. Awful torso joint. Really, really bad. And the legs are really, really skinny as well. Can very, very barely hold the figure up. Yeah. I mean, bless my little cotton socks as a child for ever thinking I could animate with one of these, which I attempted to do a few times, I think. Yeah, never mind, eh? Never mind. And before we get into the final pieces, we've just got a few accessories here as well. We've got these launching steps. These aren't the ones that came with Sonjay Dutt. I don't know who they came with. But, you know, kind of cool. I don't know, were these Matt Bentley steps or something? I can't really remember. They're huge. I know that much. These are really big compared to, like, a lot of ring steps. Really, really big. They're actually styled much like those old WCW ones, but, like, it's just way bigger. It would make sense because it's Toybiz, so I could have just reused the sculpt. We also have this Toybiz TNA fire extinguisher, which is really cool. I never realised before that this was squishy. I've never had one of these before, so I never realized before that you can like, oh, that's really cool. I mean, it's never gonna hold its shape, so it's more fun in play than anything else. Like you're never gonna be able to animate anything with that, where it's like, oh look, he's dented that fire extinguisher right around the guy's head. But it's really cool. It's a bit different. I don't know whether I'll keep that or sell that, because I do like my weird little accessories. So that is pretty cool. Next up, we have a really cool TNA figure. One of my faves, one of my childhood faves, DSW legend. This figure, a different version of this figure, has won everything in DSW, and that is the Chris Sabin from the Kevin Nash 2-pack. I have had one of these listed for ages. I think it's like £18 or something now. Still, like, it gets a lot of interest, but no one's bought it yet. It's still there. This one's also just like mine in that you can't turn that wrist. So that's interesting. I do actually have a good condition one of these that I kept as well, just in case I wanted it for collector's purposes. And I also got the white and black one that I kept. And I've also technically got the plans for an elite Chris Sabin if I ever get on with my figure fed and have him return. But yeah, this is a really, really cool figure. I don't know what we'll be expecting to get for this figure. Maybe more like £15 to get someone to actually buy it. That black mark on his face isn't going to come off, unfortunately. But yeah, and the last thing we have is a TNA figure, which is very obscure, which means decent bit of money behind it. And in fact, I was planning on keeping the last one of these I got, and in the end I sold him anyway. I listed him for 20 quid, he sold eventually. And it goes to show that, like, there's the right kind of niche where, you know, it might be so obscure that it's worth a lot of money, but it's still, you know, someone still needs to want it. Someone still needs to buy it. And that is what we found with our last Matt Bentley figure. I sold one of these for £20 not long ago. So I was more than happy to pick this bundle up with this and the other guys. And, you know, try and basically replicate those results. Try and get 20 quid for him again. That would be really, really cool. This is the kind of thing I would like to use in those little pick fed things. But I just don't think they're ever going to happen at this point. And I think, you know, I'm going to be more than happy to list this one straight away rather than thinking about it. Ironically, the guy in the description, when he was listing all the faults with the figures, he said the issue with this was stiff joints, which is very ironic. You don't get that with TNA Toybiz an awful lot, and is obviously a positive thing if you're selling it on, you know, stiff joints are better than loose joints. So yeah, really, really cool. That is the end of the bundle, and that is the end of the video. So if you enjoyed this, please do like, comment, and subscribe, and check out the wrestling and reselling playlist in the end screen for more videos where I talk about stuff I'm selling in my store. Otherwise, if you just want general wrestling figure content or figure content or anything like that, you could check out the mail openings playlist, any of the playlists in the channel, and any of the just content in the channel. See what you like the look of and just set yourself off down that journey. And if you are an action figure subscriber, I do apologise for the lack of action figure stuff. I hope that this near 20-minute video makes up for it, and I hope that I'll be able to get some more stuff out for you in the near future as well. But for now, if you did enjoy this video, please do like, comment, and subscribe. And I really do appreciate you guys joining me. So thank you all for watching, and goodbye. We got the